fine. Yay. Okay, so we're going to turn this pile of stuff into a sofa.
I like how you just said
start off with
stuff.
Oh, shoot. We're going to start off by moving it all. Alright, we're going to start off by using the patterns and any old box. And you want a nice firm box, not too flimsy. And
that's
anyway,
cardboard.
What did I say?
A box.
Box, cardboard. Use a cardboard box. It's magical. So you take that, and then you're going to cut out your pieces. And somehow, somewhere, before I post this video, I'll figure out how I can get this online so you guys can just have the cutout and you don't have to figure it out yourself, because that's a pain in the butt. So anyway, you take your little pieces and you put them on your cardboard and you cut it out. And it says, like, your seat base, you'll need, this says 6, but actually I remeasured, and you only need 4. A seat cushions, you'll need 3. Armrests, you'll need 2, and then two backrests. So make sure when it says times 2, that means you need to cut out 2 of them. So cut out your your cardboard like this. There's the back. What am I forgetting?
There was another square.
Oh, okay. So this is the cushion, the bottom part.
And there's 4 of them.
And there's 4. No, yeah. There's 4 of them. 4 of them. Anyway, so you cut your pieces out like that. And what's next?
The mistake.
Oh, yeah, the mistake. When you go to cut out your armrests, what you're wanting to do is you want it to be curved like that. So pretty, right? But when you cut out your cardboard, you have to be very careful to cut it the correct direction, because you see on the cardboard it has lines like this. Well, when you go to roll it, you want the lines to be horizontal. And so if you cut it like I did, this is a mistake one, where it's up and down, then you go,
see the difference.
Yeah, but the lines are going up and down. I'm telling them up and down. See? Okay, so you try and roll it and it's all funky and monkey and it looks terrible. So you want to go with the lines so it rolls smooth. So make sure that's the only one that really matters, which direction you cut on the cardboard. Now what?
I'm the skeptic of the channel.
Oh, you're my skeptic? Oh, why, thank you.
Yeah. I'll point out every single little mistake I make. Just for you.
Catherine's volunteering to point out every mistake I made. Isn't she thoughtful?
Just for you, Mom. Just for you.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind.
I love you.
Love you too. Okay. Now pause that because I gotta figure out what I'm doing next. Okay, so the first part I'm gonna start with is there's the back of the couch, and you're gonna do the back of the couch and then the top part. So this is gonna be the back of the back. And I just have my fabric, which is gold and pretty, and then my fabric, I make sure it goes the right way. So you're going to go over about that far, and you're going to cut out just, you might want scissors that are a little sharper, but you're just going to cut out just a little bit bigger all the way around. And Catherine's getting the glue gun for me, so that was...
I can't find it.
What? What? Has to be there.
Well, I mean, it's your glue gun.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you don't want too much on the edges, but you don't want to not have enough. Yeah. So the inside edges here and this point is really going to be a chore. So what you do is snip, yeah. You snip, and you get it close, but if you get it too close, it's gonna show on the front. So when you cut, every time you cut, you're gonna be able to lay it flat, but those two sections will either overlap or they won't touch like this. And so I'm gonna keep making little slices all around here with sharper scissors. Alright, so it moved. Oh shoot.
This daily struggles in the life of my mom.
Very funny.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, well, there's my tape. Right. Right here? Oh yeah, okay, so I can see that.
Oh my gosh, I measured this.
I still think it's moving ever so slowly. I don't know. It is. Look.
You're recording right now. Just kind of.
So I took the hot glue, I used hot glue. So I took the fabric, laid it down, put down my pattern, put the hot glue around the edges, and I cut around the sides. And now it's all glued on there. This is going to be all hidden, so that won't really matter what it looks like as long as the outside looks nice and polished. I'm going to set that aside. And the front part, this is going to be the front, like that's going to be the back and this is going to be the front.
Ignore your daughter's cries of pain.
Yeah, you'll live.
Hot glue again.
You'll be okay.
I know I will.
So, on the back of the couch, we're going to need some foam. And I have some foam that's, I think it's 1/4 inch. I got it at Joann Fabric. And it's like this. This is the seat cushion.
Probably like the only place in the world that has a Joann Fabric.
No, Joann Fabrics is all around. It's everywhere. So I'm just going to line it up on here, and then I'll use a marker to mark it.
Yeah.
Because a marker marks.
That's crazy.
Right, Mark?
That's her husband's name.
So I just draw around there. It makes it really easy, and then you just cut it out. Whee! See? Cut it out. So now it's all cut out, and I have one side of my box was red, and I want to make sure that that doesn't bleed through if I'm using like white or something. So I'm going to put my bright red against the foam so no one can see through it or through the fabric or anything. And take my hot glue gun.
Nailed it.
Be like wee, 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 wee. Does not have to be a whole lot because this is just going to sit on top.
Guess what I'm doing, guys?
What are you doing?
Make a Christmas tree.
Great.
Yeah.
So then once it's on there, it's already on there, so it's stuck and everything really good. And then I know how far I'm cutting it out.
Hot glue is hot.
Oh, is hot glue hot?
Yes, it is.
I'm glad you told me. Whew.
Did you not know?
No, I've heard that. Hot glue is hot.
Now you know.
Thank you for sharing.
I know for sure. For sure.
You're brilliant.
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm cutting it at an angle.
And I have a 4.0 GPA to prove it.
Show off.
What? We're only like halfway through the year. Never gone below it. I'm really happy about my grades.
Yep, you should be. Okay, so then you'll have the extra stuff to throw away. And you'll have your mushy cushion.
Except there's this one class that I don't really take seriously, and I'm 1.1% to a B, so.
That's great, sweetie. Shh. Anyway, you take the puffy part down and put it against the back of the fabric. Make sure you have enough fabric on the end to go over the edge with the, what are you looking for?
Marker.
Oh, here.
Yay!
So give yourself a little leeway, like a little more than the other one. And cut that out and glue it with your hot glue gun. This part you won't see, so you can glue it all crazy. And start gluing that down.
What?
So to get this, first of all, there's the puffy part. There's the back of it. And to get all these little pieces to lay in here properly, you're going to have to make some slices. And don't make them too close, but you could slice. And this part up here, you don't need.
Yeah, so just yeet.
So you slice there. And I think that's good. And so then I'll start folding it in wherever I can.
Where's honey? Honey!
So I got one side of it.
Good.
Yeah. So So I got one side of the foamy one. It does take a little bit of time, so make sure you get the hot glue gun in there. And I like to use the end of the scissors because my fingers got burnt enough. The scissors work great to hold it down. And I'm going to keep going around on the other side. Now that it looks like my table chewed up my supplies and spit them out, so my trash stuff, I have the front half and the back side. Oh, over here. Hello, come back here. So I'm going to hot glue this onto the, oh wait. Oh,
can I say something to my teachers?
No. Never mind, I can do this part first. So I'm going to glue. Oh no, I'm out.
So teachers, my teachers at my school, don't wait for our class to be quiet because we will talk all hour if you don't tell us to be quiet.
So that would be Catherine being a naughty little girl.
We're a very immature class as a whole. I mean, I'm mature, obviously.
Obviously, of
evil
course.
Evil grin here. But there's just those classmates, like my best friends, my only friends, and 2 friends. They're great. They're really good friends. I love them. I don't actually love them.
So for the outside of the armrest, which this is going to be an armrest, you're going to have these 2 little pieces. And you're going to take your fabric, flip it over to the back.
Dog, you leave my drink alone. Out.
Yell at your dog in the background.
Yeah, out.
And
have your husband.
Have your husband yell at the dog in the background. Then you're going to glue that on there. And
does he know his name?
Who know who's
Dad
name?
know our dog's name.
Does Dad know our dog's name? No, I don't think he does. So you just go like that. Then you hot glue that on. Cut off the excess if there's anything hanging over, and you're going to have the middle and the back side is going to look awful. Do that to both of those. Okay, and the next part is I have some, and here's my little one. The one side yucky, one side good. That'll be on the outside. Here's it's fleece. It could be felt, fleece, doesn't really matter. It just has to be very thin and slightly patterned.
Textured?
No, not textured. Fluffy. So you're gonna take your the armrest of your chair and you're going to lay it on there and you're going to spread it out and on both of them and you're gonna glue it down and cut this out. So start with that. All right. So Catherine just made this. Ooh. Ooh.
It's a Christmas tree.
She'll have to show you how to make that in a different video. Because right now we're making a sofa. Thank you.
Yeah.
And here's the
armrest.
armrest.
It sits next to the sofa.
Oh, it sits next to the sofa. Okay, here's the armrest. I got my fleece on there. And I hot glued it on there. So we have 2 of those. And on this one, there's your fabric. Here it is. Here's your fleece and your rolly part like that. You're flattening it out. And you're going to make sure you have enough edge that it folds over. And you can just go ahead and hot glue this puppy right onto your fabric.
Yeah, where's that?
And that way you know kind of where to cut. And you can just cut up here and up here to give yourself enough room. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of excess. Okay.
There we go. That can sit there for the video, right? That's not in your way at all.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah.
So then you're going to fold this over, fold that over. You're going to hot glue, cut your corners if you need to, and then I'll do that. I'll show you after I hot glue that. Okay, so I have my curvy part of the arm and the inside. Okay, thank you. And I have the inside looks terrible. So you're going to take
up for the video.
there's the curvy part on top, and then you have your other little tiny piece that looks bad. So you put the bad to the bad, and you're gonna hot glue it just like that.
Hey Mom, I'm gonna like your video.
And anyway, just hot glue it for now on both sides. Okay, so you have your 4 pieces of the seat part, and really,
I'm following this too.
They're awfully wiggly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in between each one, and then line them up real quick before it dries, and then squeeze them together. These edges are really not very even. Would you stop burning yourself?
I'm sorry.
Anyway, they're not very perfectly even, so I'm going to take more of my felted material and I'm going to wrap it.
Scaring me.
And I'm just going to hot glue a layer around that.
I've lost feeling.
So I've glued on the back, glued this on. I'm going to keep gluing. But let me show you how to glue without burning yourself in this direction.
I am a bad example if you want to learn how to.
You take this and you fold the glue down like that, and that way the table is pressing instead of your finger. You're not using your fingers to pull it up and over. Use the table because it's flat. You can. It's smooth, so go for it.
It works better than your fingers.
Yeah, and then you're gonna flip this over, but I recommend you cut off. My scissors are really dull, so I'm having issues here. Oh, thanks, sweetie. Those aren't much better, but okay. So you're gonna just cut off. I just want this covered up. So actually, that's the only thing I'm gonna leave on there. And to make it easy on myself, until I know where to cut, I'm gonna hot glue, and because it's uneven and cardboard. So I'm going to put a little more extra glue. And try not to crush your cardboard because you do want the thickness there. And then you're going to put cloth over this so it doesn't really matter. Cut off that part. And it doesn't have to be pretty. I can see cardboard coming out. It doesn't matter. You're going to cover all this up anyway. Just try and get it pretty flat. And then do the same thing with the other side. And now this is nice and covered with your felt. That's the bench. And here's my...
Squishy part?
It's not super squishy, but no, it's the felted part. See? Cardboard. Anyway, there's the fabric. You're going to do the back side. You don't have to go all the way around. Just kind of go a little bit less than half. Alright, so I have this hot glued on there. Put the glue on, flipped it over, kind of pressed it down, let it get, oh, it's not even cold yet. But now I'm going to flip down the edges, kind of like wrapping a Christmas gift. Just flip it down. And that actually works pretty good if you go like in, and then in. It's too long. I gotta cut it off a little bit.
This is cloudy.
So I'm going to go in like that and then over. And the top part won't matter as long as you get the edges and the bottom part. This is actually the bottom of your couch. Isn't it pretty? It's just the bottom, but you'll see. So I gave myself a 2nd degree burn right there with my hot gun. So be careful. You know, the things you do for art. But anyway, here is, this side is really ugly because I was burnt so bad I cut it too short. But that's okay because that's going to go up against something anyway. It doesn't have to be perfect on the ends. You do need one of the edges, the front edge, one side to be really good. And I think either one of these will work. Yeah, actually, yeah, this side's a little bit better. So this will be my front edge. And this will be covered up. This is the top, and that's underneath, and that'll be covered up. So just pick your front edge and set that aside. Our next portion, we're going to use some very, very sophisticated techniques here. This is a dowel cap. You get 20 pieces, 1/4 dowel is the size I have. $1.47 at Hobby Lobby, and of course I used the 40% off coupon because why spend more money than you have to? So take out 6 of these little puppies. And I don't know if you can see it real well, but this is what that's the back side and that's the front side. And you're going to take this, and they're all this color. You pull them out and you use this very sophisticated technique of a permanent black marker.
Careful.
Sharpie! So you take that on your little guy here and you start you color him in, blah, 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 and you let him dry, because he is black permanent marker and it'll get all over your fingers. And you'll do that to 6 of these. And so you'll have 6 of them. 4 of them are going to be the bottom legs of your sofa, and 2 will be on the front arms. You'll see later. But anyway, I'm going to take my 4 here. Actually, yeah, those look good. Does that have? Yeah, some of these have like a little star in the top, so I got to use that. Catherine's made a lizard.
It's not finished. It has legs. I mean,
okay, that's our scrap foam.
Will have legs.
And so you're going to take your 4 little buttons here, your little wood dowel ends, and those 4 of them are going to be the legs. Uh-oh, where's the front? This is the front. So it's going to be the legs. And the nice pretty part, that's what you're going to glue it on. You have to decide when you lay it down on the floor, do you want to be able to see the little leg, like from the front, or do you want it back further so you can't really see it? So you have to decide where you're going to put these. But you don't put them too far in because your sofa is going to be unbalanced on the ends. So make sure they're pretty far out in the 4 corners and hot glue those on there. Okay, my legs are glued on. Ding! So they're glued on. That looks terrible on the top, but it doesn't matter because my legs are on. And then you take the top portion. Let me back this puppy up a little bit. You take the back portion, and this is going to be like this. It's going to be just like that. There you go. Wow, that looks terrible, but that's it won't stay looking terrible. So keep with me here. So you're gonna take here's your bottom. Find your front. Yeah, see this one has a little spot right there I don't like. So that's gonna be the back. This is gonna be my front, and I'm gonna take my cushion, and the big soft part goes towards the front because that will be the backrest, and I'm going to. That's on its legs. That's the bottom. And this is the back here is going to go all the way to the floor. There's nothing on there. So it's going to be down low. And then you just hot glue. I'm going to run a bead of hot glue right here. Take this, center it, go right up next to it, and hot glue it on. Alright, so Billy here is the lizard, and I guess it's going to be his sofa. But anyway, so this is on there. It's not very solid because we only have the bottom on there. But we do have the bottom of the sofa. Woo! And this top up here looks really rough. Did you not cut those little face off? He has to wait until he sits on the sofa. Okay, so I have some edging that I thought would be cute to put over the top like this.
I'm gonna trim him.
Man, I need some more light on.
Normally I'd like trim his hair, but I'm gonna trim him.
Okay, so I'm blinded by the light, man. I'm gonna glue this on. I'm gonna hot glue it on. But make sure this curve, see, this curve here, you don't get it down in. Just make sure it goes up to here and stops, because you don't want anything in here. The arm of the chair is going to be there, and actually I think it'll be up there. Oh, hold on. Okay, my next thing is the side of the couch, the little curvy part here. You know how we put that part on there, and you can still see that ugly part. Well, on this edge here, I don't like it, so I have this little tiny bitty strip. It's on one of these like little spools of decorative trim, and it's suede cord is what I'm using, but just any decorative thing, and we're going to go right along the edge there.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
But don't cut it off yet, because you're going to go on the inside where nobody's going to see it. Unless you don't have enough, then you can cut it down, and then down the other side. And you're going to and then you can cut it. Anyway, then you can hot glue it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've gone up one side, over the inside. Doesn't have to go over the inside, I just didn't want to cut it. And then down this side. And I didn't do the bottom of the couch because that'll be towards the floor and nobody will see it anyway. Hot glued the little guy in there and cut. And now your front edge is nice and has that decorative strip in there. Next little step on this is, this is the arm still. I've curved it down and I'm going to put the end of it right against the top of this square here on the outside, because that's how big I want it. And I know how big I want it because when I measured it over like that, I'm going to take one of these little caps that I dyed with ink, the Sharpie black ink, and I put it on there and it's slightly bigger. And I'm going to glue that on there because that's my cap on my sofa. That's one of the two. You can also make them wood colored by using brown. Anyway, I gotta hot glue that to make it stay. Okay, so I glued that down, and you really gotta hold it the whole time. And then I actually even put the tip of the hot glue gun down inside like that, and I glued more on the inside just to make sure that it doesn't unroll, because it has a lot of pressure there trying to unroll. And then you try not to do too big on the outside, because you don't want to see the hot glue. Now I'm using high temperature hot glue, which dries clearer than just regular hot glue. So there is some hot glue here, but you can't really see it because it's totally clear. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Anyway, there's the cap. So now I have one armrest completely finished. The back is just open, but you can't really see in there, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is one side, and you want two of these. When you do the other one, you're going to put the cap on the opposite side. So the rolly part, like looking at the sofa, one will roll right, and the other one will roll left for the front part. And I forgot to show you, once I got that backing, put the backing on, the pretty frilly stuff right on my edge on the back of the sofa. So I just ran the hot glue gun along there. I glued it on, and now I'm just going to trim it off right there. Trim. And now my back of the sofa has a little cover, and it's extra frilly. Well, yeah, they'll be individual. Alright, now you have your 3 couch cushions. You have your little piece of cardboard, you have your little puffy thing, and you have 3 of those. And you're going to take this, you're going to take your fabric, and
Take one of them.
And you're going to go right over the top, flip it over, hot glue, and hot glue all like a little gift. And the center part can be ugly, it doesn't matter. Make sure though that you don't squish it down too much, because if you squish one more than the other, then they won't be even couch cushions. So make sure that you're not, when you go to put the fabric on, that you're not like pulling, and then it won't look funky. So I gotta get a bigger piece because that won't work.
Right, to a body with titty off.
Okay, so we're going to put this ribbon on the edge, and we're going to go from this curved part all the way over, and this other curved part as well. So we'll hot glue a little bead, and we'll put this on, then hot glue a little more, and just keep going all the way around until you go all the way around the outside of the sofa.
Won't be that sloppy.
Then, for our little tiny part, this is the front part, the arms of the sofa, oopsie, here, and I noticed that this little bead of glue is too prominent. I don't like it because it's pulling back there, so I'm going to take a teeny little piece and I'm going to just hot glue it right over it to cover it up. So on this arm, what I did on the other one, it keeps trying to peel up, so I need something on the inside to do the glue, and I have some scrap trash, the little fabric pieces, and I'm just going to shove just a tiny bit down in the back side of it, like here's the front, so on the other side in the back, shove that in there, and then I'm going to hot glue squeeze and shove some more in, squeeze, and
Get some more hot glue.
just I'm out of hot glue here. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna keep squeezing and sticking that in there until I can't squish any more in. And then I'll take the end of it and cut it off. Careful not to cut your fabric. Yes, I'm on here. And then when that glue's rock solid, it'll glue all on the inside, and it'll be solid, glued in fabric. Night. I put some more of the edging that I put up here on the front of the sofa here, and I let it go around on the side about halfway back.
Stand up a little bit later if you don't care then.
I don't mind. Now it's time to glue on our arms. And remember, we have a left and a right. Here's your front. And here's going to be one side. And you're not going to go way back on the back part here. You're going to go in front of that. Let's see. You're going to glue back here. You're going to, how do I tell you? You're going to glue along the side of the sofa, right there, and then on the backrest of the sofa. So it's going to be here, and then up in this corner, right like that. And the edge, the front edge, you're going to see, you're going to have a little part that sticks out right here in front of this. That's why when you put this ledge, the frilly ruffle, it's going to go around the front. So I'm going to glue these on. And I should probably show you this part. Like, here's this part. I'm going to glue right back here quite a bit. Then I'm going to lay it down flat, and then I'm going to bring this to it, laying flat on the table, because it has to be at the correct height. And then you kind of push it back so I know where it goes. And now I can come. Oh, well, I wanted that to cool first. I'm going to hold this for a minute and let it cool. And then I'm going to glue in this back corner. I'll glue right here and then press it on there and hold until it's dry. Okay, now I have the two armrests on, and it's a lot more secure now. It's not totally cold, so I don't want to pull on it too much. But so there's the bottom, and there's the back side.
Looks really
Sits
good.
there. And we still need the couch cushions, so that's what we're working on next. You stay out of the way. And I have 3 little couch cushions. Did I mess those up again? I did.
Can I be a camera person?
So I have my 3 little squares and 3 little things here, and I still haven't covered them up. No! Don't need a camera person, but thank you.
I want to press the button though.
Oh, I was supposed to do this earlier. I think I already showed you guys. And you do that. I just haven't done it yet. Alright, I'm not going to forget. Okay, so I made the 3 cushions. I wrapped on the bottom, and the edges don't look great, but make sure at least one side looks really good. And then I'm going to take my glue gun.
It's really hot, by the way.
Yeah, it's super duper hot. Actually, I just put it on here. Whee! Whee! Ooh, it's actual steaming. And then make sure you get it on there right the first time. Whee!
I'm like gluing myself, except
I'll do all 3. Okay, so the sofa is now finished. I glued those down. They're not even completely cold yet. But anyway, there's a little sofa. I'll take some pictures, some still pictures. The only thing's missing is Catherine's Christmas tree. We're going to put right there. And her princess lizard. Dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun.
Billy.
Oh, Billy the princess.
Lizard.
And there's the tree. And there's Billy. And he's chilling on his new sofa.
He likes trees.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. There's
Likes.
Billy and the tree.
Christmas tree.
Merry Christmas.